Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome to part 5 of my PS1 Games Collection 2012. And this is actually the second time I've tried to record this. I tried to record this about 2 nights ago, but I got a phone call which lasted about half an hour, 30 minutes. And by the time that was finished, I just couldn't bother to continue. I was only 3 minutes into the video anyway, so it's no big deal. And yeah, let's just get straight on with it. So the first game I have here is Alien Trilogy. My first experience with this was actually, I remember watching it, I remember watching my uncle playing this back in the day. I used to always watch him playing games on the PS1, but when I was younger, I used to have quite a lot of fun watching him. I remember watching him playing this, Doom, Silent Hill, Metal Gear Solid, the Tomb Raider games, and Resident Evil games as well. So yeah, I had a lot of fun watching him playing these games. And yeah, when I was watching him playing this, I thought it was pretty interesting. I decided to give it a shot for myself, and I got my ass kicked. I really wasn't very good at these kind of games when I was younger. I suppose you could say this was like the first first-person shooter game I ever played in my life. Because I remember watching my uncle playing Doom, but I never actually played Doom for myself. I've got it on my PC. I've got it on the PC on Steam. I've not played it yet. So, but yeah. I got my ass kicked because I just kept dying and kept getting lost, not knowing where to go. But I bought this a copy for myself a year ago. I got this a year ago, and I played through it and really enjoyed the game. I thought it was really good. The difficulty was a bit weird. The beginning of the game seemed quite tough. Then the middle of the game was I thought it was really easy because you got like loads of armor, and the aliens did very little damage to you. And then the end of the game, the last 4 or 5 levels were really tough because by that time you had lost all your armor and the aliens did a lot of damage to you, so the difficulty was a bit up and down throughout the entire game. But I really enjoyed it, just that some of the levels I got a bit lost in because sometimes you have to blow holes in walls and stuff, secret passageways and that. It's yeah, it took a bit of getting used to, but yeah, you can get lost, but still in my opinion a really fun first person shooter for the PS1. Next game I have here is Ridge Racer Revolution, which I don't remember playing much of it when I was younger because I was a bit of a Gran Turismo nut, the original Gran Turismo, played that for hours on end. When I got this game, I just didn't feel there was enough content. I mean, there was 4 tracks I think and 4 different cars you could race in, and I liked the gameplay, I liked the look of the game, I liked the drifting around corners. It took a bit of getting used to, but it was enjoyable. But it just didn't have enough content for me because I had a bit of a thing when I was younger. I was kind of like quantity over quality. So the more cars in the game, the better. It didn't matter if the game was crap as long as it had more cars. Which obviously nowadays I don't feel that way because I'd have a better quality game than when a huge number of cars. So but anyway, so I didn't really play too much of it. But what I did play, I did enjoy it. So. Just not enough bombing quantity. Alright, so next game is a PS1 platform by the name of Spider. And yep, you do indeed play as a spider in this game. And it's weird, I didn't get this when I was younger, but you actually play as the scientist's mind in the spider's body. What happens at the beginning of the game is a cutscene, the scientist like doing his experiments in his lab, and these guys come and shoot him and take his products or whatever they have are his experiment results. I don't know what they are. And his mind somehow, when he dies, his mind somehow gets transferred into the body of a spider. So basically you're playing as the scientist's mind in the spider's body through the entire game. And I thought it was a really fun platformer. I really enjoyed it. I thought at the end of the game the levels got extremely tough. Some of the levels were really hard. And yeah, in my opinion, a really fun, enjoyable platformer. Yeah. Can't really fault it, to be honest. It was really good. Up next we have Gran Turismo, the original. Oh yes. Just can't really tell you how many hours I put into this game. Just played it over and over again when I was younger. I was bloody addicted to it. It was more or less the only racing game I really played apart from, Crash Team Racing. So this and Crash Team Racing were about the only racing games I played, I think. When I was younger. So yeah, Gran Turismo, what can I say? It's a bloody classic and I just love it to bits. What next? Next we have Gauntlet Legends. I used to love the arcade game Gauntlet, so I decided to get the PS1 version, and it did seem a pretty good game. I just haven't really had time to play it. I've had it for about a year, and what I did play of it, which was about half an hour, 30 minutes, I did really enjoy it. Just haven't really got into it. I think you can like upgrade your character, like increase their attributes or buy powers and stuff, which is cool. I think it's a cool idea for a Gauntlet game, so I need to get into that, 'cause I think I will enjoy it. Okay, so the next game I have here is a game that probably shouldn't even mention, but it is Rugrats Search for Reptar. Oh god. I remember buying this from a local co-op when I was younger. I don't know why, but I really wanted this game, and I got it. I absolutely loved it. I don't know why. I look back on it now, it looks like a bag of shit, to be honest. Just the controls are terrible in this game. Absolutely terrible. Just if you jump, they jump all over the place. You can't really jump straight. It's weird. It's just not a good game at all. And yeah, not a good game. So looking back on that, it's crap. So let's not mention that one. Here we have two games in one. Don't actually have the cases for these, so I've got a replacement case. First one is the original Tekken. So show you the disc. Is Tekken. Yep. Didn't like Tekken, I'm afraid. Absolutely loved. I like Tekken 2. Absolutely loved Tekken 3. Tekken 3 was amazing. But Tekken 1, I don't know what was about it, but I just didn't like Tekken 1. I don't know why. I just couldn't get into it. Tekken 2 was the first game I played. Then Tekken 1. Then Tekken 3. And yeah, I just didn't like this game too much at all, I'm afraid. So, in my opinion, definitely the worst in the series. It's just my opinion, you know. This one doesn't even have a cover or anything. This one, it's the Mortal Kombat trilogy. Oh sugar, they went flying. Yeah, the Mortal Kombat trilogy. Just like Street Fighter, I cannot get into Mortal Kombat, I'm afraid. My fighting games are Tekken, Soul Calibur, Soul Blade, or even Dead or Alive. But Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, I just can't get into the games. And besides that, Mortal Kombat trilogy was really tough. Or, you know, all the Mortal Kombat games are really tough in my opinion. So, yeah, didn't really get on too well with that game, I'm afraid to say. Okay, the next game I have here is Knockout Kings 2000. Yeah. I'm just not really a big fan of boxing games. I got this for free. Basically my sister got a PS2 and she got a whole load of games with it. And the games that she didn't want, she gave to me. Which was a mixture of PS2 and PS1 games. And this was one of them. And I'm not really a fan of it, to be honest. Played one match for, you know, probably about 10 minutes or something like that. And the easiest difficulty, it was so easy. But I just couldn't be bothered to play it. Boxing's just not really my kind of game, I'm afraid. So yeah, can't really see me getting into that one. Next we have Beyblade. I actually remember paying £20 for this brand new Woolworths. This was probably about 6 months before I got Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories at that exact same Woolworths for £20 as well. And yeah, that was a lot better game. I don't know why, but when I first got this, I played this for about 3 days straight. I don't know why, because I look back on it now and it's really not that good a game. I mean, obviously when you're younger, it's probably something really great. You know, a great thought to, you know, design your own Beyblade and stuff, and the way you want it. Basically, go in battles with it, earn battle points, to upgrade your Beyblade, make it better, buy, you know, your bit chip, the one you want and stuff. You know, just build your Beyblade the way you want it. And yeah, I suppose I did enjoy it when I was younger, but I look back on it now and it's nothing special. So next we have Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, which was actually my first Harry Potter game I ever played. Second movie I ever watched, because I watched them in order. And my favourite, I would say, my favourite movie would be Chamber of Secrets. I thought that movie was just excellent, because I watched it in a cinema. think it was high school trip, went to the cinema and just bloody loved it. It was really, really good. And the games, I did enjoy it when I was younger, but I look back on it now, it's nothing special either, so yeah, Harry Potter, yeah. Next we have a game I've not really played too much of either. It is Silent Bomber. It's a bit weird, this kind of case. What is it? The white label or something? I'm not really too fan. I'm not really a fan of this little bit of artwork in the middle and this blank bit roundabout. It's a bit weird. Silent Bomber. I think it was kind of like a Bomberman kind of game, but without blowing up boxes. I think you just had to focus more on killing enemies. And what I did play of it, I thought it was a really interesting and pretty enjoyable game actually. I actually enjoyed it, but yeah, played maybe about a quarter of the game. I don't know if I'll get back into it. I'd like to, because I did think it was quite enjoyable. Don't remember much about it, apart from just bombing things and blowing them up and stuff. But yeah, Silent Bomber, it didn't seem that bad. Next we have another two games that haven't got a case. I haven't got a cover or a case really. And first one here is Nightmare Creatures. See that there? Which was a game when I was younger. I used a level select cheat as well. It kicked my ass. I don't know if I should hold this. It kicked my ass actually when I was younger, because I used to use just level select cheats and stuff like that because I found it really tough. But I did complete it about 3 years ago and I did enjoy it. You know, I played through it and legitimately, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good game. So yeah, Nightmare Creatures is good, and this is actually quite a rare game, this one. And it is a Konami game, Poi Poi. Yeah. And I'd like to know if any of you guys out there has got Poi Poi, because you know, I'm subscribed to a lot of like gaming channels, you know, people that do pickups, you know, games I've been playing recently, stuff like that, but I don't think I've ever seen anybody with this game, Poi Poi. So if you've got this game, or played this game, or even heard of it, let me know in the comments below, because I would be quite interested. It goes for about £20 on eBay, so it's quite rare for a PS1 game, and I just regret not looking after this game because it's really badly scratched. Some of the music skips and stuff, and this freezes quite often, which is a shame. I really wish I'd looked after it because it's £20 on eBay. Because it's a really good game. You actually pick up boulders, missiles and stuff and throw them at like opponents and stuff. Like you're in an arena. There's like 4 different characters, you and 3 other players, or you know, computer or whatever. And yeah, basically you get a point for every hit. You get a point for the last man standing, stuff like that. And yeah, it's a really interesting game. And if you haven't heard of this, I highly recommend looking up a gameplay of it because it's really interesting. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Played it quite a lot when I was younger. Right, next we have a double disc game, which I don't remember playing much of. And it is a Fear Effect 2 Retro Helix. I don't know why, I don't know where I heard this, but I heard those two were lesbians, but I don't know where I heard that. I don't know if it's some random gameplay video, but that's what I heard. I can't say I noticed when I was younger, so yeah, Fear Effect 2 Retro Helix. It seemed like a really tough game. I remember buying this on holiday. I think it was £5 in a shop in Scarborough when I was younger. And it's got 4 bloody discs. 4 bloody discs, man. What the hell? Right, so it got disc 1, disc 2, disc 3, disc 4. And I remember, you know, thinking this game would be extremely long, being a 4-disc game, but I think the fact is, it's just got like a lot of like high quality cutscenes. So the fact is that, you know, they take up a lot of disc space. So it's not actually how long the game is, it's more or less just how high in depth the cutscenes are. Because I do actually remember, looking back on it, I do actually remember them being pretty high quality for the time, like cartoony. So yeah, Fear Effect 2 Retro Helix. I remember getting to the first puzzle, I think, and I just couldn't solve it. I kept getting gassed and choked to death with gas. So that's what happens if you don't complete the puzzle in time. So yeah, I didn't play much of it because of that stupid puzzle, really. But it'll probably be a good game. I'll probably enjoy it now because I don't know if it'll have the same kind of element as Tomb Raider, because well, it's IDOS, but oh well, have to give it another try sometime. And I suppose we better finish up this video, I suppose, and might as well go for another 2 games that aren't in cases just to get them out of the way. This one is a great platformer. It's Skull Monkeys. Skull Monkeys is tremendous. I love it. What can I say? It's a unique kind of game and it looks awesome, I would say. Skull Monkeys, yeah. I think this game is about £8 on eBay, so it's semi-rare, I suppose, or just semi-expensive. Yeah, so it's a platformer. Didn't actually fully complete it because some of the levels were insanely difficult, and yeah, I wasn't that great at platformers back in the day. I am obviously now because I've played them like all my life and enjoyed platformers all my life. So I could probably complete it now. I'm a bit more experienced in gaming and platforming. But yeah, Skull Monkeys are really funny and really enjoyable platformer actually. And we have another rare game, I suppose. I think it's goes for quite a reasonable price on eBay, and it is Digimon World 2003. I don't know if it's as expensive as Digimon World, the original Digimon World, but that's Digimon World, in my opinion, is the best game. But yes, it's more like a Final Fantasy kind of game with Digimon, because you can have like 3 in a party and stuff. And obviously it was turn-based, unlike the original Digimon World, and I preferred the original. So, but this was still a really good game. But I played probably put about 20 hours into the game, but I didn't actually get too far, I don't think, because half the time I just got lost and I didn't actually know where to go. But it was actually a really enjoyable game from what I can remember. So, and I'm watching a Let's Play of it at the moment. Basically, it's on the Game Busters UK channel. Jay from the Game Busters UK is doing a Let's Play of it, or playthrough, and I'm watching that and I'm enjoying every minute of it. I'd rather watch it than play it, because I just get lost in it. So. Interesting to watch you play through it. So the next game I have is more or less, I would say it's a good game probably for a party, but other than that it's not really that great, and it is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Junior. I have Chris Tarrant on the back. So yeah, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Junior, don't be fooled by the Junior, this is actually a really tough game. Obviously later stages gets really tough, but yeah, I think it would be fun with maybe if you're having a party or if you're drunk or something. But other than that, it's one of those games that are just not really that great. So yeah, I think that's enough on that game. Next game I have here is a real good platformer. It's Mickey's Wild Adventure. So yeah, Mickey's Wild Adventure. This is actually supposed to be a remake of Mickey's Castle of Illusion, I think it is. For the Sega Mega Drive. So yeah, I think this was a really solid and really fun platform. I actually didn't complete this on hard difficulty because I found it really tough. Especially the last level I thought was really hard. And yeah, there's just quite a few hard levels in this game, and couldn't complete it in hard mode. But still, a really fun and solid platformer. I really enjoy it. You know what? Mickey Mouse games have a habit of being hard because there's Fantasia. On Mega Drive, sorry, which was really insane. So yeah, they've got a habit of having tough games, Mickey Mouse games. And yeah, the last game I have here is a platforming classic. We have the original Spyro the Dragon. Oh yeah, this is the last game of the video. We're going out with a bang. This game was just absolutely tremendous. I remember playing the demo of this first, and I was just blown away with it. The way it looked, the way it played, and I couldn't wait to get the game. When I finally got the game, I loved it. It was just amazing. Definitely a platforming classic, and definitely a must-have for any fan of the PS1. You've got to play Spyro. It's tremendous. Really enjoyable game, and managed to fully complete it. Completed 100% or 110%, I think it went up to. So. Yeah, actually the only Spyro game I've completed 100%, even though Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon, is probably my favourite, but not completed that 100% because some of the mini games are really challenging. But the original Spyro, bloody amazing game, I love it. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you on the next video. It's going to take about 8 parts for the games, and I'll do a 9th part for memory cards, demos, stuff like that. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you on the next video. See you guys, thanks for watching.